Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're specifically going to talk about how are we going to get there. This is we're going to go around the bend on this one. So basically, we're going to talk. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about why the work being done in every physical table Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition game is critically important to the success of the American nation going forward. Okay. And how we truly are massively undervaluing Dungeons and Dragons games right now, and how critically important it is to correctly value Dungeons and Dragons games. So, because basically, like, there's people doing work in the world like, oh, let's build renewable energy, right? Like, just silly stuff, right? But your Dungeons and Dragons campaign is more important than America's current attempt to build renewable energies for the future. And I'm going to make that argument in this video. Let's go. All right. So Ezra Klein, super liberal, writer for the New York Times, does a lot of material for the New York Times. He just wrote a brilliant article saying what America needs is a liberalism that builds. And I don't know if you know this, but like, what's happening? So, why am I talking about politics and Dungeons and Dragons? Just so you're aware, politics and Dungeons and Dragons is intimately bound to America and America's well-being. Okay, and in addition to that, Dungeons and Dragons, especially by Wizards of the Coast's own very distinct choices, is massively bound to American politics and American partisanship, in my humble opinion. All right, the Wizards of the Coast has been going woke liberal for 15 years, right? And Dungeons and Dragons right now is very much tied to woke liberalism. Okay, and so what woke liberals are doing right now is they are having a come to Jesus moment right now. Most woke liberals don't believe in Jesus, but you get where I'm going, right? Follow along here, keep up, right? Like, so basically, they're saying, hey, this Joe Biden thing, we have never screwed up worse. Most pundits who are looking at, the political, breaking points, the Hill, most smart political pundits, Slate Political Gabfest, they are looking at what's happening right now and saying, oh my gosh, like this Biden win is probably the worst thing that's happened to Democrats possibly in the history of America. And the reason why is, you just listed off, man, like every problem under the sun is emerging under Biden. Literally on the brink of World War III, literally dealing with monkeypox, literally dealing with outrageous, out of control inflation. Renewable energies is a joke. It's the biggest joke we've ever, renewable energy is laughable, right? We keep talking about solar and wind and all these stupid, useless, and, fuel made out of corn and like stupid, useless renewable energies that have not delivered and are utterly failing the entire world when they are desperately needed and cannot power a single city, let alone a nation or the world, right? And we're all like, renewables, it's a joke. We got to stop talking about this. It's not real, right? And so all this is happening. And so what Ezra Klein is doing is he's doing a breakdown right now, and he's saying, hey, we really got to stop and talk about what's happening overall for America, right? And why the Democrats have done so badly that we will probably not be able to elect another president for 2 decades, right? And why we're about to get avalanched in the Congress and in the Senate, and why America hates us, right? And that's where the Democrat Party is right now, right? And Dungeons and Dragons is very closely tied to woke liberalism, which is very closely tied to Democrats, right? So Klein says the reason why we're so despised, right, in his article, is that basically there's been a trend, right? And if you follow it, the right or the left coast, okay, is where all the money's at, and the coasts is where all the liberalism is at, right? And so basically in America, we've stopped making steel, we've stopped making actual thing, and actually, not America. The left, woke liberals, do not build anything anymore at the macro level. It's all knowledge work, it's all commentary, it's all, financial instruments, and nothing real. Woke liberals at the macro level, at the 51%, they build nothing, right? Like, not cars, not houses, nothing, okay? So this is where, and he's like, and we need a liberalism that builds, right? And so here's where this lands, right? Klein is brilliant, but he's wrong, okay? What he doesn't understand is that woke liberals are building the most valuable thing in the world now, okay? And that is intangibles. The reason why woke liberals don't care about building tangible things is they fundamentally know in their hearts and in their minds that real things, houses, cars, tangible objects, are trash now, right? They're and you know what? They're not trash. I'm sorry, wrong word. They're trivial. They're trivial. Okay? Building tangible things today does not pay well and is not valued in America because fantasy is worth more than reality today. There you go, right? Top Gun Maverick exploded through the roof of Hollywood and flat out said the March 2020 problem does not matter, right? We will break records to, still talking about pandemics will break movie records. And that's what it did, with Top Gun Maverick. And that's the future of America. And the reason why is woke liberals get this. I think they get it subconsciously. I don't even think they can whisper this to themselves because it's so scary about the future of America. And it's so broken from the perspective of how people don't understand this truth, okay? If you build a house, some stupid family's going to live in it, right? Whatever. If you build a movie like Top Gun Maverick, right, it's going to make a crap ton of money in America. It's going to have a huge opening weekend. It's then going to have a huge digital sale. It's then going to have a fantastic, glorious little session on, weeks or months on some streamer, right? And it's going to up that streamer. And then it's going to conquer the world. It will ship out to every country in the world, and they will watch it like crazy, and we win culture all over the world. And that is the power of an intangible, and the power of tangibles is nothing today. It is trivial. We take it for granted. Guess what? You're a dungeon master. You build fantasy. The ideas, the concepts, the values you espouse at your table are more valuable than cars, are more valuable than houses. They're more valuable than jewelry. They're more valuable than art. They're more valuable than silver. They're more valuable than wine. They're more valuable than gold because they win America the world. You are on the front lines of building the future of America with things that actually matter. Fantasy over reality. Reality is worth nothing. Fantasy is worth everything. That is my humble opinion. What's yours? Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.